thin, pale, and watery poutine gravy. Here's what nobody tells you. It's not you, it's the recipe. Plain broth is never gonna help you get your homemade poutine gravy to taste the one that you like from your favorite food truck or restaurant. It takes two simple pantry ingredients to really tone your homemade gravy around, and I'll tell you how to do it, and it takes 5 minutes. Let's fix it. Here's a trap that you don't want to get into. Just using something like a beef broth or a chicken broth and just simmering that down until it develops a deep flavor and a deep color. A good beef broth on its own will take a lot of time to reduce to get that beautiful color, but chicken broth is just too plain. It's too light to develop the flavors and the color that you are accustomed to in a good poutine. So you're stuck with either choosing slow and deep or fast and bland, but let me tell you, you don't have to pick. So we're gonna use both. We'll use beef broth in the form of a bouillon paste to develop those deep flavors, and chicken broth and the aromatics from it to give it the body and some additional aromatics. So we start with the roux, equal parts of butter and flour. We whisk it up and cook out the raw flour taste for about a minute, and this is what helps give the gravy the body that it needs so that it sticks to your fries rather than just washing away. Now I'm using this bouillon paste which I've added some water to. Add that right in, mix that up, and then slowly start incorporating some chicken broth. And whenever you add liquid to a roux, make sure you add it slowly and keep whisking so that you get a nice smooth final sauce. And watch that color start to bloom. It's still gonna look kind of pale, and we'll fix that really soon because the two pantry ingredients that we're gonna be using to give it that restaurant style depth, this naturally also helps with the color. And then I add some Worcestershire sauce, which gives it a tangy lift, and some garlic powder, onion powder. You also need some black pepper. Now add a good splash of soy sauce. See, what soy helps to do is add some umami flavor into this gravy. And not only that, it helps to give it some more depth of flavors and helps to darken the gravy as well. And that's gonna help form our aromatic backbone. Now you just need some patience. So once you've mixed it all, you let this simmer and let it reduce by about half. And only once it has reduced do you add in the cornstarch slurry, which is gonna help thicken this gravy and give it a classic gravy consistency. Once it's ready, the gravy should be thick enough so that it coats the back of a spoon and holds a line when you swipe through. It's thick enough to cling and not gloopy at the same time. And here's what's important. Before you add any more seasonings like salt or pepper, or if you add any more Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce, give it a taste and adjust for your own taste and what you're looking for in your gravy. And obviously this goes over your crispy fries and squeaky cheese curds for poutine. You want to make sure if you're using it in poutine that everything is packed tightly in layers and the hot gravy pours on to make those curds soften. But this gravy is way more than just for poutine, because you can have it on mashed potatoes, a turkey dinner, a roast chicken dinner, or even served on the side with some fries. Just make a good batch and you will find reasons to have more of it. This is the gravy from my full poutine recipe. That video is linked if you want to see how to get some crispy fries and soft, squeaky cheese curds married together with this gravy. The full written recipes and numbers are linked down below. And leave a rating so that this recipe can be found on my website by more people just like you.